I appear to be live. Don't know if it's working yet, but I appear to be live. Anyone here? Hello? I hope you're all keeping well. What a lovely weekend we've had with this wind and rain. So I thought I'd drop by tonight and we'd have a little discussion about the perfect sort of camp. Let's have a quick flick through, see who we've got in the chat at the moment. Reela Brown, upside. Jesus Christ, Michael Sanderson, Wild Ginger Bruce. Who else got? Let's get up the top here. Mario Kitstoon, Alistair Hayes, Jed Kirk, Terry Patterson, and I think that's about it. Right, the idea for tonight, guys, I thought what I would do is go through different scenarios of a camp I want to do up and coming. So I'll give you a selection of what sort of camps, be it hill, woodland, beach, etc., what sort of shelter, what sort of food, all that sort of shizzle. We can all get it together and come to some conclusion on where we're going to go. What would be great if there is anyone in the chat that is willing to give me a hand by counting up some of the answers, because I'm a bleeding technophobe. So have a look, got Craig Webster, ahoy hoy, Adam T Outdoors, hoping everyone's safe, and David Flute. Hope your middle name's not Skin. Helping me out tonight, how would you describe it? I think he's taking a break. He was last seen breaking into houses with Joe Pesky and following Cameron Diaz around everywhere. It is the ginger sea monster himself, the one and only Wild Jean-Joie Bruce.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Right,
yeah, well, we've still got beef, so you know, I'm only doing this as a super favour.
Some of us more beef than other chunk.
True. Yeah. So I've got a pen and paper so I can write notes and pick you up on everything you do wrong to use against you.
Have you got enough paper?
Yes.
I apologise now for me keep looking down. My video's on my phone and my laptop's down here, so I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat as we go. But as I say, I ain't right bright when it comes to pooters and stuff. Alan Winners joins us as well, and Dan from Camp Life Bushcraft, who, by the way, is flying at the moment. Well done, mate.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
I also missed Richard Linus. Right, let's do this then. So, basically, we'll start off with the locations I've thought of. If anyone else can think of additional ones, please let us know. I'll give you a rundown. We have got beach, we have got hilltop, we have got woodland, clifftop, or other. I've no mountains on the Isle of Wight. Please bear that in mind. If anyone wants to join in with this and, you know, do the same sort of camp, it'd be brilliant. Get a load of videos up on YouTube, everyone doing whatever this is. I've also put down there other, be it stealth camp, on a roundabout, you know, haunted house, anything else. What are your thoughts first off, Bruce? They're not exclusive, sorry, by the way, because obviously I can do beach and woodland in one. But carry on.
Yeah. Well, so this time of year, obviously a cliff is going to be difficult because you're getting more high winds because of the time of year. A woodland is always a firm favourite, so that's fine. Beach camps as well. You know, you're going to be a bit more blowy, you're going to be a lot more exposed, so it should be fun to see, and a lot harder to peg stuff down. So if you're putting a tarp up, you have to use sandbags and stuff, because pegs are just going to pull straight out, aren't they? So, yeah,
Craig Webster's come up with pillbox.
Oh yeah. Well, have you got bunkers and pillboxes over there?
Just a few, yeah.
That you can get access to. I mean,
the only trouble is they stink worse than me coast to coast backpack.
Oh yeah. They usually smell of weed, don't they? So.
Got middle-aged gamer there said, I'd like you to do a multi-day wild camp and watch your eyes ever change from normal to crazy, from desperate to insane. This is the last topic we go on. Would it be a one-nighter or a multi-dayer? So, yeah. A multi-day wild camp. We've done that before, Bruce, haven't we?
That was wicked. We've got to do that again.
We will do.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I think
camping.
Oh, yeah. Have you got caves?
Yeah, I've got that one that's, if you have a look through my channel, there's one on there that's all carved up. A lot of old carvings and a lot by some 1990s pillheads.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So what I think, if we was to run down, if you type in a chat, 1 for beach, that is 1 for beach, 2 for hill, 3 for woods, 4 for clifftop, and 5 for other. And if it's other, specify what other is. How do Ash? Ash from Ash Outdoors has joined us, look. And is there anyone in the chat willing to help us keep count on this? Woodland for down at camp life, bushcraft for the colder months.
Oh, urban stealth.
The only issue I currently have with urban stealth camping is obviously the situation we have at the moment. Things are going to be tight for the next month regardless. Yeah, it's not good to put yourself in a position where you might get caught.
Yeah, true.
Ash says no dunk guests tonight. I'm guessing he meant drunk, which probably means he is. Speaking of which, time to crack the old Captain Morgans. So how are we looking at the moment, Bruce?
1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've got 5 on number 2, which is hills.
Yep.
3 for woodland. 1 for urban and 1 for cave.
Right. So we've got none for beach camps.
No one wants you to do a beach camp. And I think a beach camp would be quite interesting because you're really good at fishing.
You're such a knobhead.
You know, you can have some nice chewy whelks or some mystery meat.
We won't go into the mystery meat. Set up wheelie bins in an alleyway, and you will be hidden from the plods and coof marshals.
Who wants to sleep in a wheelie bin?
I like me camping and that, Azu, but yeah,
Cock.
I like camping, not being homeless.
Yeah, because that is the urban camp, isn't it?
Yes.
Urban camping is
Pilgrims in. He's right. My eyes are generally, just insane. And tiny numismatics.
We got 1 for beach.
Get in. I like a beach camp. I mean, don't get me wrong, woodland wins all day long.
Yeah.
It enables you to have a nice big fire. It blocks out a load of the wind and all that stuff. And in general, it's just a much better feeling in the woods.
Yeah.
Also enables me to scare the bejesus out the likes of Johnny when they come out because they get spooked easy. Where are we now?
Oh, suggested
morning arrival, build debris shelter. That comes on to me next bit. So at the moment, I'm looking at a hill camp, yeah?
Yep.
Wicked.
Oh, there's another beach as well.
Just keep them coming as well, guys, all the way through this. We can have a count up at the end, and I can do a little post on my community feed of what the winners actually go like. See, fishing, if I'm actually fishing, Terry, I can fish, but when I went with Bruce, we put long lines out, and I caught a Labrador and some mystery meat, and it weren't good.
It was amazing.
We do have hills on the Isle of Wight, yeah. We have the downs that run right the way through the middle of the Isle of Wight. They're not massive by any stretch of the imagination, but they're quite a way above sea level, and you still get the views. but they're not mountains by any stretch of the imagination, Dan. Well, the next thing would be shelter / sleeping. So what I've got here is tent, boo, tarp, hammock. Obviously, hammock only works in woodland. Bivvy or natural shelter. So again, that'll be 1 for a tent, 2 for a tarp, 3 for a hammock, 4 for a bivvy, 5 for a natural shelter. Andrew Buttery has joined as well. Up to 46 people watching. Thank you very much.
Hi, Andrew. Oh,
Can only
3 5
eat labs.
5 5 5.
Let's have a quick cliff down. Oh, got a cliff camp there. Thank you very much, Si. I love a cliff camp.
Another 5.
Lot of meat on them labs from Jesus Christ. Hello, Andrew Buttery. Got numbers coming through now. What's all this natural shelter stuff? You want me to camp on a hill? I'm gonna have to stack up all the cow pats.
Stack up, build a rock wall, couldn't you?
Yeah, not much rock about, but I could certainly give it a go. We've got Go Primitive there, and haha, you're screwed. Thank you very much.
3.
No Cliff, I'm scared of heights from Jesus Christ. Johnny knows best. Hello, fat lad. Have you sorted your beef out then? No is a twat.
Yeah, the beef is rolling over until I've got some proper ammo.
Real O'Brien, for some reason, wants to see me naked in a bin bag. I think that's got nothing to do with this camping scenario and more to do with his fetish.
Probably.
No, you know me, Dusty. It never needs to be easy, mate. Doable would be good, but easy is not necessarily. And we've got a 6 there as well. Thank you very much.
That was 6. What's the 6 then?
He's going to enlighten us.
I think a 6 means nothing.
So I'd like to find a little island I can keep on, other than the one I live on, obviously. But I know of a couple I could possibly use.
Oh, 6,
I think a fisherman might get you.
6 is a bin bag.
And Asher's gone for sale. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, 9.
It looks like they've had a drink.
Yeah, he's been on the red wine.
While people are around, I don't know if anyone's popped over to see Johnny Knows Best channel. He's picked up a few subs recently, and he swears that he's going to start doing joined up talking in his vids.
Really? Oh, well done. Bless him.
An urban camp is something I have looked at. I've actually found a couple of spots that I'm interested in. I won't give too much away because, as I say, with what's going on at the moment, it may have to wait.
I like that.
Jesus Christ, he's a bit drunk. Yeah, what's that?
6 is a rubber dinghy in the middle of the sea.
Would you allow that to be inland water?
Oh, just on it, bobbing about on a lake. 24 hours on bobbing about.
I'll tell you what, canoe camp would have been another good one, wouldn't it? But that would have been another.
Yeah.
Evening, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. Oh,
So how are we looking on that?
Like...
What's winning on that, Bruce? Natural, I believe.
Debris shelter by, I think it's about 9 for a debris shelter. And the rest were like 2s and 3s.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because it's funny.
But yeah. That's that's gonna proper suck, isn't it?
Yeah. So you just got to find a sort of a wooded hill that or a woodland that's near, and then you can lug your stuff out.
I've got a couple of locations. Pardon me. But if it's a wooded hill, would that not count as a woodland?
Well, no, I mean a hill that's near a woodland, so you can lug all the wood out of and then build your shelter and then
Not very
suffer.
discreet though, is it?
No,
I'm going to find a copse on top of a hill.
yeah, that'll do.
And I promise I won't take my hammock.
Oh, that's good.
Let's have a quick flick through down here. Tippy camp. Unfortunately, Ash, Tippy is in the Skippy. Test your fishing.
Oh, as long as you eat Jew's ear, he's happy. South Coast Outdoors.
That ain't ever happening again.
What? Oh,
That's
no,
a lie. I'll eat it. I want to get Johnny to try it. For the lulz, the internet can be a cruel place. You ain't bleeding wrong. As long as you eat your South Coast. Yep, Jew's ear is not open. There you go. Wooded Hill, improvise, adapt and overcome. Definitely Dan. My daughter is stealing my wine. We need to discuss this. Next to a graveyard here. To be fair, I'll be honest with you, Christ, a graveyard wouldn't bother me, you know, being skeptic and that sort of stuff. You have a great sense of humour. I'd like to see you do a woodland camp, tarp and army bivvy, followed by a beach camp. See, I'll be all over that, like Gemma Collins on Cake Mate. But and possibly, yes, another garden camp during lockdown. But I don't know what people's feelings are with this. After not doing it for months and months last time, I'm really torn about whether or not I should be staying indoors. There's nothing I do that is dangerous. So I'm putting NHS at risk, and it is. You don't get better social distancing than creeping off for a camp, do you?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you're allowed to go camping to test your eyesight. So.
What? That was random, even for you, Bruce. What do you mean by that?
You what? No, that was what Cummins did, wasn't it? He drove off to Barnard Castle to test his eyesight. Before he drove to wherever he did. Come on.
Don't think it would be for next week. It might be for next week, but I was intending on going out camping next week, but we need to see what else is said, because I don't want to piss people off, let's face it.
Yeah. Well, you're still going to have to recce an area anyway, so it's going to be...
Dog still needs walking. Where are we? Right, Adrian's Wall, Coast to Coast Camp. Adrian's Wall is definitely one I've got in the back of my mind at the moment.
Highbrow humour, Bruce. See? Highbrow. Check me out.
The only highbrow you've got is your hairline.
Yeah, true.
I'm doing a canoe camp this Thursday. If I have to work, I can camp. I'm inclined to agree with you, mate. I won't be doing any big group camps or anything like that. I'll never do. You know, let's face it, not more than one or two people can take me at any one time, as you know. So there is that. Anyone think it would be a drastically bad idea?
No.
Bruce, you have a blue tinge. That's because he's that ginger, his skin is see-through.
No, turn me light off. That's that.
Keith, there is a brilliant camp down by us, cave down by us. I really want to camp in. The only trouble is there is a homeless bloke that lives in a tent just down by it. Now, I ain't going to bother him. You know, I'm pretty damn sure I'd wake up if he tried to come in and get a bit rapey. But why ruin what could be a brilliant camp by, you know? I know I couldn't get Johnny down there anyway. He's already said that.
Fair. Yeah.
Look at that, everyone's saying no. What a reasoned bunch of buggers you are. Right. We'll move on now to the cooking method. Now, some of these are not going to be practical for a hill debris shelter camp.
Yeah.
I'll run through them anyway. 1 is gas. 2 is meths. 3 would be campfire, which wouldn't really be doable on a hill. Firebox or hexy.
Oh, got to be sexy hexy.
I really hope it ain't hexy. I hate hexy.
Me too. It smells like piss, doesn't it?
It makes your food taste of, like chemical death.
2, a 4. Bushbox XL. Oh, look, chucking the brand names out.
Oh yeah, it won't be a Bushbox XL. I'll tell you that.
No,
for
no
nothing.
chance.
No.
The amount of those they gave away for free, I'm never going to buy one.
Kelly Kettle, good call there.
Oh, yeah.
From Lee Murphy. I think that will go down as the firebox type, though.
Yeah. Oh, God. 3.
Someone just put focused
microwave.
Fresnel lens. I'm not sure the moonlight will give me enough on that.
You'd be hungry then, don't you?
Do we have any druids in the chat? Sorry, Welsh in the chat. Because I love the Welsh for microwave. That's brilliant. You know what it is, didn't you, Bruce?
What's that, sorry?
The Welsh for microwave.
No, what is it?
Popty ping.
Popty ping. Nice.
Popty ping. That's brilliant.
Right, 2. We've got a 4.
Oh, you're on a clifftop multi-day wild camp with natural sleeping digs. It was a hill, not a clifftop, I believe. But we'll have a count back after, and we'll publish the results. We'll publish our findings.
Yeah.
What's that on my head?
I think Hexy's winning.
Is it?
Hmm.
Why would you bloody do that? I mean, seriously. I don't think I've used Hexy in 25 years. It's just rats.
Well, the army don't even use it anymore, do they? Use that dragon gel fuel stuff now, don't they?
No, mate.
Yeah.
Daniel Golding's in the house. Hello, Daniel. Middle-aged gamer. His grandfather was Welsh. My best mate's Welsh.
Yeah, Terry Patterson. How about eating what you can find or hunt? That worked out so well. That worked out so well last time.
We have got another one of them planned, but I don't think we're going to do it over winter.
What? No. Come on.
Yeah, because we ate like kings last time, picking it off people's tyres, didn't we?
We did. We got fed.
Got fed with someone that dumped a load of carrots, some snotty Jews here.
Yeah.
Sea slugs.
Some nice limpets. Yeah, we're good.
They've gone.
A rabbit that died of loneliness.
Damo Robbins. If that is the bloke I think it is, were you the guy that was in 3-5 with me? But yeah, they have gone very quiet, haven't they? Since we won. So you have Cornish budget Welsh. Remember, the internet is evil. Agree with Terry, could be fun. Welsh for jellyfish is piss God wibbly wobbly. I hope that's true.
That's amazing.
Hello, boy. My son's on here. If you're watching, get off because I'm going to get sweary. Just so you know, everyone, Damo Robbins, if you see him in the chat, he served with me out in Germany. So, hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. He's weathered a lot better than me, though, looking at all his Facebook pictures. Saying that, he wasn't that good looking to start. Would you eat fox, Bruce? Look at Dusty's there. You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't. Well, yeah. So if I was really, really hungry, I would, but because it's an apex predator, it can pick up diseases from loads of other animals. Same with badger.
Right.
So, nah. And, yeah. So anything that's sort of a meat eater, like dog, or don't bother. Unless you're really hungry. You've got no choice.
No, fair one.
And fox as well tastes really musty. I went to a camp once and someone did a curry, and they said, "Oh, I bet you can't guess what was in it." And I went, "It's fox, isn't it?" And he went, "How did you know?" It tastes like shite. It's just really sort of musty and it was just manky, yeah. So.
You mentioned having another channel where I hunted small game to eat because you didn't want to do it on this channel. Did anything come of it? Yes, all my ferrets died, which took out a lot of my catching game. And to be honest with you, I've been a bit short of time and I haven't got around to it. I do intend to do it. Part of me wants to keep the Flat Earth channel going, sorry, anti-Flat Earth channel going, because I like taking the piss out of idiots. But yes, I am still thinking of doing it. What we got here? Wood stove. I've lost that. Where have I gone?
Yeah, cook the fox properly then.
So wood stove, eat what you catch, snare, etc. Basic kit. I don't have any objection to people snaring. I'm not a fan of it myself, unless they're checked regularly. As I say, if I needed to, I would. Not really my cup of tea. Same as hunting with dogs. You know, cook the fox properly then. Damo has been using filters. Seems to be the secret to all the pics on the net. Not for this call sign, mate. Combat Stress is going bust. That is not good news. They were a top charity. Tell us more, Mario. Or Korean
going
urban
bust.
Apparently, I don't know how charity. Yeah, I hope not, because
they can go bust. And the thing is, when everyone's potless, they stop giving to charity. It makes everything very difficult.
They were a seriously good charity. Seriously good charity.
Right,
quick rundown here, and we'll get on to the next lot. Where are we? Can
Hex
you eat
is winning.
ferret? You could probably eat ferret, but not the thing. What did they taste like? I guess he's talking about fox.
Yeah, fox just is manky.
Steve Walton, catch cook, urban with a car. I had to do a car, unfortunately. Clean kills only. My boy again. Sod off, do your own work, son. And survive the night, evening. I like eating beaver from Andrew Buttery. I can't really argue with that, mate. Might look like a Jew's here, but it tastes nice. Where are we? It went bust at the beginning of the year or so, I got told, and they shut down Help for Heroes place at Catterick Garrison. I'm not a fan of Help for Heroes, but I have my own personal reasons for that. But Combat Stress, as many of you may know, was my go-to charity. Where are we now? Do you still keep in touch with Kathy Burke? He's talking to you there, I think. You are calling him Wayne Slob, aren't you? Or are you calling me Ray Winston? Insects and grubs may be an option. I love eating beef and my wife loves it. Paul Heavey.
Yeah. Not going to be many.
Take long. Go on.
Yeah, not going to be many insects and grubs around in winter, though, is there?
It don't take long for the conversation to go downhill in my streams, and I love it. 68 people watching. I think that's a record for me.
That's decent.
Thank you very much, guys.
But only 18 likes. Come on, guys. Click the like button as well. Ash Outdoors, got to go. See you later, mate.
See, between Ray Winston and Danny Dyer, I'll take Ray Winston any day of the week, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so we got that one. Right then, food. One for dried food, as in trail food. 2, meat. 3, fresh, as in you go and you cook up your stir fries or something. I'm not sure what I meant by healthy. I think I meant like vegetarian option. I didn't mean vegetarian option. Cancel that. I definitely did not mean vegetarian option.
So you mean vegan?
No, definitely not. And 5, if we said, I don't know, foraged or caught. Why did I say that as well?
Okay, so 5 it is, guys.
I've just realised I've set myself up for an impossible camp, haven't I?
Yeah, yeah. Cooking Jews here on a hexi burner on the top of a mountain. as a few 5s coming up. Oh, was it 2?
Yeah, shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
Have I mentioned I'm considering shutting down my channel?
There's a couple of 5s there.
Yeah, there are 1 or 2, isn't there?
I think 5s might just be nudging ahead. Yeah.
What an arse idea this was.
So, debris shelter, top of a hill, hexi burner, foraged. It's decent.
And once again, I urge anyone watching this to go out and do the exact same camp and put them up on the old tube, just as a bit of solidarity. Maybe, if it ain't shut down, everyone could try and raise money for combat stress, even better.
What did my phone? Don't know.
What do you reckon my chances so far then, Bruce?
Yeah, should be good. Shame you didn't do it like 2 months ago, because foraging you could have had, apples and blackberries and stuff, but
See, if
chop your own leg off and eat it.
Yeah, I'd have just tossed down on the beach and had a fishing rod out all night.
Yeah, well, you can't. You could be on top of a cliff. On the hill, sorry, not on a cliff.
You know what? Hexi burner leg. Oof. And you ain't going to be able to cook nothing healthy on a hexi burner, are you?
No.
In saying that, it might make Chew's ears taste better.
No. Yeah, I've still got to try and make them edible.
Impossible.
Yeah. You got to dry them out and then soak them in something nice, like
rum
or.
Do you reckon you could use them as a suppository and get the goodness that way?
Probably.
I'd rather do that than eat them.
Yeah. They are pretty grim.
Camp out on Gemma Collins' Gunt.
A gunt.
Long cast from the hilltop, it most certainly would be, Si. It will be like a kebab. I'm planning on walking 30 miles in a day soon. Any tips for someone who doesn't hike? Don't bloody do it, mate.
There's a good one.
Yeah, me and Johnny done 29 miles on the first day of our around the island trip. And depending on the weight of your pack, it's not an easy stroll. Certainly, if you're doing it soon with a lack of likes, you're going to have to get a wriggle on. I'm only joking. Of course you do it. Never say never.
Yes, just start early.
Like really early. That was from Paul Osk Slots.
Yeah. Well, the thing is now, obviously you're losing daylight as well. So a lot of that will be walking in the dark.
Hey, Dan, that ain't a bad shout. Just saying. Camp life with craft, that really ain't a bad shout. Walking 30 miles in a day, any tips for someone who don't like the hike? Light, keep it as light as you can. Make sure you keep stopping for doobly firks. As soon as you get hot drinks and stuff like that, as soon as you get hot spots, patch your feet up. If your feet go, mate, you're knackered. Trust me, you're knackered.
Yeah.
And vass up your Biffins Bridge and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And keep hydrated as well. I didn't realise, but there's a thing, if you exercise too hard, your body releases a growth hormone, which is supposed to like help repair your body, but it gives you like really bad flu-like symptoms. So sometimes some people will do like a beast hike or a beast run or a real big gym session, and then the next day they'll be off work with flu. When it's not flu, it's just like your body shutting down just because you feel like pants.
Believe it or not, I've never experienced it.
I felt really rough when I did that solo 2-day when I was going up and down the mountains. I felt proper rough after that. And then once I'd eaten something, I felt fine.
Yeah, I think Johnny was a bit rough after ours.
Mm.
Have a look, James Yangling Pirates. Foraging doesn't mean getting your missus to throw food in a bush nearby.
Yeah.
Fish finger sandwich, can't beat it.
Does foraging count as phoning just eat?
It depends if you find the number.
Yeah.
See, Dartmoor, mate, you're not going to get much catch and cook on Dartmoor, but I love the place. I seriously love the place. Oh, good point, John. Lanolin, sheep's wool, apparently is brilliant for blisters and stuff. We had a crazy old lady try to offload load onto us, and to be fair, we should have actually took it.
All right.
Try not to die. That's my boy again. Go to bed. Yeah, that's a good. Have you got a route there, Paul? And he's asked that already. Look, doing it in the spring, so just getting a plan sorted. And one thing we'll do: always have a backup plan as well if you are going to be camping along the way, because if you get 20 miles in and you're knackered, always good to have plan B.
Definitely.
If you die, can I have your coffee percolator, please? I've got two of them now, not the same one, but how many fish fingers in that sandwich?
No idea.
Right. Now then, hot drinks. I've got numerical, the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hot chocolate.
Hang on, let me write them down.
There's some good ones in here.
Yep.
1 is hot chocolate.
Yep.
2 is Bovril. 3 is Horlicks. 4 is coffee. 5 is tea.
What sort of tea?
Don't know.
Oh, it's like peppermint tea.
That ain't tea.
Exactly. Yeah, so peppermint tea it is then. There's a lot going with 5. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you for whoever's putting 4. But who
1,
put
2,
5?
3, 4. There's a Horlicks in there. Your son said a Bovril. Don't you like Bovril then?
No, Bob. Do you know what? There ain't a wrong answer in that one. But old Dame O Robbins has come up with that. Whenever we was on stag, that's what you used to have: a coffee with Baileys instead of milk. You know, driving trucks and tanks and stuff, it's always good to be sober.
Right, so we've got 5 coffees. Oh, there's another coffee.
I absolutely hate coffee, Daniel. I can't stand coffee. It makes me sick each time I drink it. Same with hot chocolate. I can't stand the stuff. Mint hot chocolate is just rats. It's well done, son. You made me chuckle there. Bovril, it's liquid meat. Look at Si being all nice to Paul there. Offering to help him out if he gets stuck. Who knew it? What we got here? 4 and 2 at a push. Bovril then. I'll change my answer to coffee. True. Don't drink it if you don't like it. Simple. As I say, there's no wrong answer there. I can drink them all.
Right, so we've got 7 for tea.
And Jesus Christ, that's exactly why I didn't put it as an option. Was it the English Woodman that done that, filtered his own for his film?
Ooh, you got 9 coffees so far. Oh, you got 10 coffees. Someone else should. Oh, you can't vote more than once.
Right. Was that directed at me, Craig? How often can I hike between now and spring? Well, it depends what you call a hike. I mean, me getting multi-dayers in is a bit of a nightmare with the kids and that. But I can certainly do a 5-10 miler, camp up and then walk home. That's no issue. There's some man love going on in the chat. Look, with Paul and Si. And we've got Tom the Traveller from Minnesota.
Wow. Well done. Hi, Tom.
Check us out. Anything wet, preferably with a percentage. Yeah, we're talking about hot drinks. So Irish coffee. Perfect. Right. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so we got none for hot chocolate that I saw, 8 Bovrils, 2 Horlicks, 10 coffees, and 7 teas.
Good. We've got Samuel Weir as well. Hot chocolate with rolled oats is spot on. I didn't actually put a breakfast thing down, you know. That would have been porridge, sausage, bacon grill. We'll do breakfast now. 1 for porridge, 2 for sausage, 3 for bacon grill. I'm running out of breakfast ideas here, Bruce. Scrambled eggs, 4.
Hang on, what was the other? Bacon grill?
And 5 other.
Foraged.
I'll go hungry.
Oh, don't choose here for breakfast is sublime.
Oh,
God.
I'll get flashbacks of that shit. You see, Dan's saying MRE. Dan, I know what you're saying, and I know a lot of wild campers and that love it. I'm sure Damo will back me up on this. I won't go near the stuff if, you know, unless there was absolutely nothing else to eat. It's designed to back you up. Yeah, not for me, chef. Although, when they had bacon grill and baby's heads in there, I was all over it. But, yeah, they're heavy. Yeah, not for me. Pine needle tea, look at that. If I have to scavenge, I'll go for pine needle tea on a hill over hexy burners. Jimmy from Lundy's Wild Camp Bushcrafting. Hey up, Jim. McDonald's muffins for the win. Can't really argue with that, but bacon grill, compact and wonderful. Carry a can, a serious loadout. I love bacon grill. Cooked breakfast of some sort all the way. Has to be bacon and sausage, possibly an egg, and see how you try to carry it without breaking it. Next one's just a multi-choice of 2. Solo or with company. Hope you're listening in, Johnny. Lucky Dip MRE.
I think Ethan should go. He's chipping in on the comments.
I know he is. He likes stitching his old man up, doesn't he?
Yeah. There you go.
Ethan
says he's volunteering.
Take Sid. I'd love to take the wife, mate, but the way this camp's going, I don't even want to take myself.
Tea with Bruce. Yeah, I'll be up for that.
Hash browns. Yeah, at least someone can go get the food then. I do like a hash brown. Nobby, Bruce and Johnny. That would be the ugliest thumbnail ever.
It wouldn't.
With company a novice. That'll be me. Hope you're listening in, Johnny. People want you to come out, mate.
What, the closet?
Too late for that. To be fair, he come out the closet and they all gathered round and threw him back in.
That's fair.
Solo if during lockdown. If not, then with your missus. Yeah, my missus won't come out till at least the springtime, I reckon, mate. She would do the cold, but not rain. She won't do the rain. Her hair goes massive.
Yeah, I just spent 3 nights in the peeing rain. It was horrible.
It'd be great seeing two people making a natural shelter on a hill looking for their food. You're right.
Mm.
I'd rather someone else have the stuff.
Sounds cool. You allowed to take a chainsaw?
No food though. Solo. Angling pirate. Problem with company is he may enjoy it. I'm really starting to dislike the middle-aged gamer. You don't need someone, you have your alter ego. He's so far in the closet, he has a Narnia postcode. Nobby, Bruce and Johnny, that veggie you had for one camp. I think Bruce would actually die.
Oh, that veggie lad, he was cool, he was. I liked him.
Oh, Domo, he was all right, mate, yeah.
Yeah, good lad. He was a good lad. Does he want to come out again?
Oh, I think he will do, yeah.
Yeah.
Hazel Christ got a question for you, Bruce.
Fancy a bum? No, not really. Not at the moment. I'm all good.
I could take the dog, couldn't I?
Yeah.
The only trouble is you keep nicking the sticks I'm trying to build a shelter with.
That's true. Yeah, peeing up it.
Right, this one, it all depends on how it goes, but it's either overnight or multi-day. I'll be hard pushed really to get any more than 2 nights out of it.
Yeah. So we're going for like 24 hours or
whatever I can spare, mate, or whatever other people can spare.
Yeah.
I was just for the record, Mario, I will be having a sleeping bag. It's if I'm in a debris shelter, I'm still in a sleeping bag.
Yeah, you'd have to have a bivvy bag as well.
And comfy mat, yeah.
Yeah.
So it might just be one stick leaning up against a tree with me landing my bivvy bag.
That too. Just lay a twig on top of your bivvy bag. Debris shelter.
We was having this discussion earlier on Tom the Traveller. It's undecided at the moment, but I think the general consensus is as long as you're sensible and yeah, it's. I think after last time when people didn't and no one did, it just seemed a bit fruitless not to. Am I alone in that?
Yeah, I think the biggest outcry was people going wild camping in the mountains because there was no mountain rescue. All the mountain rescue were helping the NHS, and then you had all these muppets going up the tops of mountains and getting lost. That's what caused the biggest uproar with wild camping in the UK, as far as I could see. But just going to your local woodland and just for your own sanity seemed quite a good idea. But
yeah, one day as you'll possibly get spotted, can't move your shelter on a multi-day. Fair point.
That's very true. You just have to build a second shelter.
48, you're ex-military. 24 is a stroll. My boy's obviously still got American Werewolf in London that I made him watch yesterday in his head. Beware the Moon.
Oh, God, good film.
Got to educate these young'uns, mate, ain't you?
Definitely.
A couple of days, something else that would be good, a 24-hour challenge with minimal kit. Someone, a bloke in the woods, did something like that, and it was a good watch. Me and Bruce had something very similar lined up, but I screwed it. Maybe another time, eh, Bruce?
Well, no, it was good. It worked.
No, I'm talking about the other one we were going to do.
Oh, what one was that? I can't even remember.
Pound Shop.
Oh, yeah. Did you even look at the stuff I got you?
Yeah, I've emptied most of it and used it.
Really?
Yeah, sorry. We have to do that again.
Pillock.
I've got 10 quid's worth of free stuff. I'm happy.
Yeah.
There's pole leaves up in your biddy. Gotcha. That's cool. Hopefully you can camp. Seriously, 2 days would be optimal considering circumstances. Yep. Muppets love it. It will be illegal. We're, what's that? Back to the hour exercise. That said, Boris and Foxtrot Oscar. You'll get flat fruit regardless.
Wales has got different restrictions to us. But yeah, before they were saying you were allowed to go fishing, weren't you? You're allowed to fish overnight, yeah. But just say you're fishing on top of the hill.
Yeah. Dan says you'll get. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, the Slaughtered Lamb pub, North Yorkshire Moors. Someone just put from. Do you realise that was Rick Mayall's first acting role as well, being in the Slaughtered Lamb?
First thing I said to my missus yesterday when he was playing chess.
Yeah, that's it. Good old Rick Mayall.
You'll get flak for it regardless if you broadcast a camp, but such is life. Only if you put dates on it. You could always do a flashback. Right. There's Liz Moore is in as well. Hello, Liz. Liz is a local lass that does flint napping and all that sort of stuff, Bruce.
Awesome. She got a channel?
Yeah. I don't believe she does. Not well, obviously she's got a channel. I don't think there's anything on it. I could be wrong. Let us know, Liz. She offered to teach me and everything.
Yeah. No, I've tried flint napping with Will Lord and I just made gravel. Pretty much. See,
that's a good point, Morio, but there's no way anyone could say that I'm a professional tuber. He said you could class it as working. You're a YouTuber.
It's true. It's true. You're earning money from it because you can't work at your normal job.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a very small island. I've been recognised 3 times on the street now. Derek Sandy, me, and the Needles. Isle of Wight tourist attractions. Or camp on the land where you got permission. They're few and far between. You could do, though. It does limit to where you can camp.
It does. There's not many hills either.
If you're making money, you're working.
Yep. That's true.
That's for Johnny, by the way.
Johnny says you don't do much work anyway.
As I always say to him, he wouldn't have to do so much if he got it right the first time.
Oh, I don't have a channel, but requires technology, hence flint napping. I'm pretty primitive. That's fair enough.
Right. So, the entertainment for the evening. We've got booze, mushrooms, cigar box guitar, bit of stargazing, or mushrooms.
Or mushrooms twice.
Well, I like mushrooms. I'm joking, by the way, people, before they say, yeah.
So booze, mushrooms, guitar, mushrooms. What else? We have
stargazing.
Oh, start.
If it's up on a hill and it's clear, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Is there any meteor showers due? Because that was a good camp.
No idea.
I did the Pelsid meteor shower a couple of times. That was wicked.
What we got here? Dave Outdoors. Hello, Dave. Keith Thompson. It's the new social distancing. Ginge 65. I've lost you. 79 even. Magic mushrooms. They're the only ones I can identify.
Yeah, Fly Garrick.
Oh yeah, no, I'm all right. Have you seen that video of that nipper doing that?
Nah.
Oh, he's chomping down on them, mate. Some crazy Russian dude just laying in the woodland, troughing them.
Yeah, they really make you sick.
Yeah.
Take a caribou with you.
Where am I going to get an elk from?
I don't know.
Take a caribou with you.
Yeah, so haven't you heard that with Fly Garrick mushrooms? So you feed them all to a reindeer or a caribou or an elk or whatever, and then you drink its wee because it can process it, and then you drink its wee, and then you start hallucinating and seeing flying reindeer, which is probably where Santa Claus comes from.
I would need to be hallucinating to drink a reindeer's waz, mate.
Oh yeah, it's probably a bit tangy, isn't it? Maybe add a slice of lemon or something.
Anyone watching the video has no way of knowing if you're actually on a bit of permission land. You're quite correct. The sort of hills I'm looking at, though, they definitely know because they've got landmarks on them. No navel gazing. Sorry, I like Johnny, but all mushrooms. I keep forgetting my kids on here. CBG, well done, Dusty. Thank you. I'm going to start recording my training hikes through. I've lost you again. Where'd that go? Morio, got to start recording my training hikes and camps for the coast to coast, and then put them on YouTube and say it's my job. Guitar from the middle-aged gamer. He's actually been nice there, look. I'll even make a guitar especially for it. How about that?
Well, you have a debris guitar.
Well, I've made one before, haven't I? Guitar, guitar, guitar. Beer, mushrooms, then play guitar. I like the cut of your jib there. Trespass is not a criminal offence anyway. It is when you're on mushrooms. Booze all the way. How much will this thing weigh? Not a lot, mate. Joe Rogan knows for elk. I do like Joe Rogan, you know. No need to limit yourself. Bang the shrooms in the booze and then go stargazing. I wonder if you could do shrooms in mead.
Yeah, should be able to.
Just a thought. Cello.
Cello. Like a cello. We could use that as your shelter, couldn't you? Play your cello and then kick the back out and get in it.
Is Bruce already on the magic mushies? Can you get the caribou at Aldi? Elfish, nope. Silhouette yoga. I'm lost on that one. Avoid shrooms. Lost that as well. If you want to appear coherent, that ship sailed.
True.
Take the ukulele man. Do you know what? He, as of today, has just moved back to the Isle of Wight because he popped round and dropped me off a little package. I better actually elaborate on that. As you know, he does Squidgy Vids is his kids music channel, which is brilliant. Anyone that's got kids, go check out Squidgy Vids. It's proper music. Don't make you want to hang yourself, and the kids love it. But he's written one called Why Oh Why Can a Chicken Not Fly? So he dropped me off a chicken outfit and said he needs me to do some dancing and somersaulting in the woods because I can't say no, because he wrote Nobby. He stitched me right up. Well done, Mark.
Good lad.
Shrooms in mead next vid. Saw your video summarising the hammock you made. Did you ever do a DIY tutorial like the stove video you did? Only for the bridge hammock, not the hammock, because my sewing is non-existent. But once I learn, because I keep saying I will do that. Dan's off. Have a good night, Dan.
See you, Dan.
What's that? Yeah, the Morio, the bloke I'm talking about, I won't give his name because you don't like the limelight. Squidgy Vids is his kids' channel, and I will be getting more of him. He was talking about putting it on Spotify and all this. I might even chat him up to see if he can get a decent recording and see if I can put it on iTunes for charity. But it ain't for me to say. It's his song, obviously. He's a lovely bloke, though.
Nobby for Christmas #1.
Oh, that would be quality, wouldn't it? Can't see it, but
I don't know.
Ginge, if you think they're getting a... Go on, sorry.
Those morons that did the sausage roll song, whether that was.
Yeah, but they've got
Maybe.
hundreds and thousands, haven't they?
Yeah.
Ginge 79, with regards to the Kelly kettle, they're a great bit of kit, but completely impractical unless you're actually in camp for a long time, is my honest opinion on them. If you're using the pot stand on top of it, you've got to keep the kettle full of water or you're just going to burn it out. If you're using just the bit on the base to burn it, you need the bigger size to really cook anything on. They boil water really quickly, really fast. They're great at what they do. Personally, I see them as a bit of a one-trick pony. What do you reckon, Bruce?
They're shite. So let's head from the start. If you're backpacking, you're carrying it, they take up all of the room in your backpack. So pointless, unless you're in a Land Rover and you want to burn a few twigs, then that's fine. You might as well have a bush box. They should have a screw cap on them so you could actually carry the water inside it, but they're not allowed to do that because some idiot won't take the cap off and then it would make a bomb. So because everyone is so special nowadays, they've had to put a cork on it. So you boil it and then the cork pops out and then hit someone in the face if you're lucky. The bottom of it is made of aluminium. So if you take your Kelly kettle off after it's finished boiling, the aluminium base will melt because aluminium melts at 610 degrees. So you've got a campfire, it's knackered. Other than that, they're amazing.
They do them in stainless steel, though.
They do, but they're redonkulously expensive, and anything of any size as well. They do the little baby ones, didn't they, in titanium as well. But
we've got Andrew Lynch and Andrew Nash join the chat. Hello, and Mark doing it, McLeod.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just lost all of that now.
You can get the little tiny Kelly kettles, but then you need a very tiny fire inside it, which makes it harder to get going as well. So you might as well put a hexi block inside it or something, and then it's kind of pointless.
Mark don't even do booze anymore. I'll be honest with you, mate. Shy of coming on here and going on camps, I don't drink. I sometimes have a rum and coke of a weekend with the wife, but that's, you know, to help. Where are we now? Nobby song for Crimbo. That would be awesome.
Have you tried a BioLite camp stove? A BioLite 2, because they upgraded it, didn't they? But when they first came out, they were a bit naff. I've not seen.
You've got a similar one, though, haven't you?
Yeah, but mine charges through gas. So I've got I can't even think what the bloody thing's called. But that's massive as well. It's cool though. It's good. It's good for big camps. What is that thing called?
I don't know. It looks like a giant's lightsaber. Quick one for Red Rambles on. Editing software I'd recommend. I always used to use iMovie. I've recently now, what would appear to be going backwards, but it's not. It's made my life so much easier, and I believe my videos are better because of it. I use an app on my phone called VN. And Bruce will tell you, I film, do what I do. I lay in my hammock. I have half hour in my hammock. I get home. I have half hour when I get home, and then I post my videos straight from the phone, straight up to YouTube. It is unbelievably quick, unbelievably easy to use. VN. Shouldn't really be giving stuff away, should I?
No, but the thing with a lot of these editing softwares, if you register to them now, then when they start charging from a later date, you usually once you're on the bandwagon, you're good. So it's worth.
Yeah, well, I found it a brilliant bit of kit to use. I know Johnny uses it. You've had a go at using it, haven't you?
Yeah, it's just the past couple of videos I've done, I've had to do on my laptop, which is an absolute pain in the bum. So on the one I did a hike, I put my camera on time lapse, and it didn't record time lapse; it recorded just video. So I had like 4 hours of video, which I had to upload and then speed up, and then that just took forever.
Oh, so yeah, that's not good.
No, it made it a proper mission. But I could leave, with my phone, I couldn't do it because it kept dropping out and crashing and stuff. So,
And everyone's different with what they do with the videos. And I'll give you one tip that I found works a treat for me personally. Everything you see in my videos is all I've recorded. I don't set it up and talk forever and edit it. I'll pick my camera up, say what I'm going to say, put my camera down. Then I've just got to take 5 seconds off the beginning and end and whack it in the video. No takes or anything to go through, as you've probably noticed. Anyway, Jimmy's off now from Lundy. Have a good one, mate. He's off camping for 2 nights. Good lad. Craig Webster says, get off the fence, Bruce. What do you really think about the Kelly kettle? People are looking forward to Jim's camp. I've really got to learn how to use this computer. Shrooms in honey for 3 weeks. Use it as a sweetener or in your coffee the last weeks. See, I might just do that. I don't know if Johnny's still about and whack it in his, just see how bad it is. Shrooms, guitar and gob iron would be bang on. I wish I could play the mouth organ, I really do. You make no choice of that or go for an overcoat fitting. Yeah, fair play, Mark. Jet Boyle for middle-aged gamer. Another reason not to like you. One trick pony.
Yeah.
Vesper Tim's in.
Jet bowls are all right, but they've probably about 4 years ago, they stopped replacing the ignition on them. The little sparker used to be like a couple of quid. Now, if that breaks, you've got to spend 35 quid for a whole new burner. Which is
one thing. Go on, Bruce.
Which is absolute rhubarb. So,
Azu Christ uses good old Trangia. Can't beat it. There's plenty of knockoffs that do the same job. I've got something nice you could put in that vape. I'm too old for that shizzle, mate. I can't talk at the best of times. What do we do here? It would be great to do a live camp video, no editing. I'll tell you one thing, and we've spoke about it, Bruce. Do I put out my podcast idea hoping no one nicks it, or do I just keep it myself?
Well, no, you put it out there. These guys wouldn't nick it. It's copyrighted anyway because you've said it.
One thing I would love to do, you see these podcasts going on. I was going to do one, I don't know, call it around the campfire or something, and record it for an hour on a camp and go out camping with different members of the community each week, each month, each whatever, and actually record it while we're out. What do you reckon? I reckon that'd be a winner. Right, back down. Where am I? Andy Nash.
Well, I think because if you're going to be interviewing people who aren't specifically wild campers, so whether it's just someone from the community, like, I don't know, the local mayor or something bizarre.
No,
like
when
that.
I mean the community, I meant our community online.
Yeah. But then, even if you got a mountain walker on a bushcraft camp or just someone, so just out their comfort zone, I think you'll get people open up a lot more than you would if they're in their comfort zone and they're happy,
See, loads of people think it'd be a good idea. I think the only thing that's stopping me doing it is, I think, one, you'd need to find out where you do the camp. Do I go to them? Do they come to me? It's the admin side of it. I just thought I'd put it out there.
Yeah, I really don't know enough about podcasts. I listen to a few podcasts, but yeah, so I wouldn't know how you get paid for it, where you store it, whether they charge you to upload them. But during the last lockdown, there was over 1 million channels started. So very difficult to get any traction without having a platform to advertise it from, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you know me though, mate. I don't give a monkeys about any of that crap. It's more to do as if people want to listen or not.
Oh, yeah.
Let's face it. I'm an age where I'm never going to be a PewDiePie YouTuber. I've got a face like a bleeding smashed crab. I'm quite happy where I am.
No, but people might prefer just listening to your voice rather than looking at your face.
Have you heard me? Anyway, I was going to spend money on something. I was going to carry about. I've got a tiny gas burner, fits in the palm of the handboard, water in 2 minutes or less. So I've got similar. Pyroclastic. That could have gone wrong. I've just ordered a Yugoslavian Serbian mess kit after seeing your vids. Well done, mate. Indestructible bit of kit. What do you reckon to them, Bruce?
What's that? Sorry. I was just had a message.
The old Serbian mess kit.
Yeah, they're good.
Proper bulletproof, mate. I love mine. I haven't used it in a while, actually. I'm going to have to dig that back out.
Yeah, I couldn't even think where mine is. I don't know if I gave it away, actually.
Right, where are we? Could be a winner. Joe Rogan, first guest on your podcast. I can't see that happening somehow. I'll tell you what, I could always get Danny Dyer. Recently switched from a cheap Jetboil copy to a Luxardo wood burning stove. My trusty Ridge Monkey sandwich toaster on top. Good man. Great idea. I'd be interested. Yep, it's a winner. There you go. I might start doing that.
Itchy feet is here.
It's ending up a fellow coolhead, look. I'd love to do wild camping, but I'm too scared. Not sure if I believe you that you're too scared, but there's nothing to be scared of. The way to look at it is if people are coming into the middle of the woods to kill you, you know, they don't do that. They go downtown.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be the biggest, baddest thing in the woods. It's not going to be, a badger that takes you out, is it?
Although apparently there are big cats in Britain.
No, there's not.
Andrew Forrest, I'm thinking of making a camping channel. I need a camping logo for my channel. I don't know how much logos and that help or Andrew. It depends how serious you want to be, doesn't it?
Well, you can, if you want to get a logo made and you don't know anyone, go on Fiverr. Which is FIVRR, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. But there's like loads of students who are really good at animation and all that sort of stuff. And the minimum price you pay is $5, but they could charge you, I don't know, like 40 quid. And then they'll make you up a decent logo. So
my one's a Fiverr from years ago. I just ain't got around to changing it.
Yeah, the problem is you need to sort of spend your money and get a good one to start off with, because you're going to be stuck with it for a long time. Because it's if you start updating stuff, then people don't recognise your logo. You know, I've had that my wild ginger Bruce pig for ages. That was Tim Tank Tracks who made me that. Yonks ago, probably about 4 years ago. So,
Jesus Christ, how'd you get over that fear? Look, if you feel uneasy, obviously you get the flip out of Dodge. Maybe spend a couple of nights up until 10 o'clock at night in the woods. Go with someone to start. There's plenty of ways, but I would happily say there's nothing really to be worried about. I've had a couple of experiences where I've had things run past me and that in the night. I've never had anyone walk in on my camp. I know people have, but I'm lucky I haven't. Any tips, Bruce?
Stick some earphones in and listen to a podcast. That's usually what I do. But it's actually quite nice to just to sit and relax and be in silence. You know, it's properly nice.
Until you trip over a tree stump.
Well, yeah, but once you're laying in your hammock, the thing is, like, if you was walking along and you saw a hammock or a tent, would you go over and open it? No, because you don't know who's in it. So don't worry about it. Just go and do it.
In saying that, though, mate, I have, and it's documented on one of my vids years and years ago. There was a load of kids having a party up in the woods, and this weirdo appeared out of nowhere with a dead pheasant in his hand, and that proper scared the life out of them. On the plus side, I enjoyed eating my pheasant. But cool. I'm not likely to kill him.
No.
Keith Morris has a face for radio too. Just keep doing what you're doing, guys. Thank you, Paul. Where am I now? This keeps jumping. I do apologise, people. I'm a Biff. Where am I? Over that fear, Keith Morris on Face Radio 2. Paul Havey, keep doing what you're doing. Vesper Tim, you could get me on. I have a face like a kicked bollock. You'd fit right in. Johnny hates me bass and he hates my voice more. Yep. You look like one half of a pickaxe, John. You really can't be saying anything, can you? My 7Cs. Stop mouthing smashed crabs. Itchy feet is here.
Sorry.
Go
on. Sorry, that pig looked like it came from a college book of a butchery, Bruce. It's well out of date now. The textbook, that is. Well, but I did used to be a butcher, so that's kind of where it comes from. Because a lot of my channel originally was like doing like cutting up deer and game and stuff, which I still do if I get the chance to. But you end up getting demonetized for stuff like that, so I have to be careful.
Ginger's asked if you've had any strange encounters while out camping. Only one I've mentioned. I've got a few tales to tell, but not anything spooky. Although Johnny would disagree. Johnny, if you'd like to type in the comments below about the Beast of Bryston. No, he's just commented a while back.
Okay.
Kev Brixton, could you invite Bob Seeley? I'm sure he'd bring a sausage along. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. Get a free Photoshop type program called GIMP. I've got one on camera with me now. I really am scared, but thanks, guys. Give it a crack, Hazu. Also, go on the bushcrafty type websites. Generally, people in this community will take you out, as in not kill you, let you accompany them with a camp. As long as you don't look too rapey or hairy-arsed, you should be fine. Safe when you are in a home. What flavour are you using? Mint. I'm a real man. I'm trying to keep up with this. Right. Most folks you come across in the woods in the middle of the night would have bigger knives and axes than any serial killer would. You're quite correct. I've never been disturbed. Take a dog with you. Good call, Ginge79. Take a dog with you.
Yep.
Unless you've got a shit scared dog like me and she'll just spook you more than anything else. Reeler Brownie's offering his services. Look. Andy Nash, I lost my wife, so I really want to do this for my own mental health. It is good therapy, mate. I'm not a spiritual man by any stretch of the imagination, but it resets my body clock and gives me time to think. I don't know what you think, Bruce.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I think my favourite bit is getting up early on a camp, and just sort of sitting there and listening to all the woods wake up and sitting there drinking a cup of coffee. That's probably my favourite part.
And also, I don't know, once again, about other people. When you go to sleep in the woods, you proper sleep. Personally, I do anyway.
Yeah, I don't. I tend to I dream more in the woods because you know that you get that REM sleep in between asleep and awake kind of thing. But the second night in the woods, I always sleep better on the second night. But I tend to dream more on the first night, whereas generally I go to bed late and get up early, and I don't hardly dream at all. So
where you're from, Andy? You know, put it in. You know, there could be someone nearby. We've got 72 people watching.
Yeah, if they all hit like at the moment, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
That'd be, yeah. It'll be the shizzle me nizzle. I said shizzle there, Si. Old Si from Reeler Brand. He started using the word shizzle and didn't know where he got it from, and he's been getting grief at work. Good. A night in the woods from the wife would be less scarier. Do us another catch and cook, foul and starve.
Andy Nash is in Chichester.
All right. Ain't too far from you, Bruce, is it? Oh, no, it's closer to me.
Yeah, closer to you.
I'm thinking Colchester.
Yeah, a bit different.
Guess I overthink things. Sorry, guys. I keep skipping past everyone. Guess I overthink things, Andy. Good luck, mate. Hey, Christ. I've never said Christ so much in my life being an atheist. Until recently, I was working in an abattoir. Previously, I was a chef. After wearing a kilt for a few years in Paisley Way. Thank you. Beast of Bryston was probably Kev Brixton. Did it have pants on? Johnny, can you answer that? I think someone else is coming on to you here, mate. Ginger, I know what you mean. I love meat.
Wow.
More people loving my dog. You can come and bleed and get her. Sleep like a log. You just can't beat outdoor life camping. Am I nearly at the bottom now? I know for me, when I'm out camping, I lay my head down. It seems like 5 minutes, and 8 to 10 hours later have gone by, and I feel really rested. I'll never get more than 4 or 5 hours, Kip, but that's a good night's sleep for me. Best method for taking a woodland dump. Back to the serious issues in hand. I personally squat up against a tree, but my aim is terrible, so I normally have to flick it in the hole and bury it. Thoughts?
Yeah, if it works for you.
There was some bloke that invented a crap strap, which was basically a luggage strap that you wrap around a tree, hook around your belt, and you can lean back and go to town. I just squat. Just make sure that you tuck your wiener down, because you don't want to be, making a pool in your Y fronts.
Yeah.
But always dig a hole and burn your paper.
Yes. And bury it.
Definitely bury it. Well, don't just dig a hole for the fun of it, do you?
Yeah, no. Well, you need to fill the hole back in again, is what I meant. And then if you're up in the mountains, it's generally polite to put a rock on top of where you just dug it as well, so no one else digs the same hole.
Yeah, then someone like us can try and make a shelter out of it.
Yeah. Well, no, after you've buried it, then put a rock on top, so no one decides to dig a hole there. Don't dig a hole where there's a rock, basically.
The only thing I hate about it is getting out of a warm sleeping bag in the middle of the night for a waz. In that case, you need to get yourself a top quilt in your hammock, mate. It's so much easier. What's your favourite part of the island to camp at? I'll be very honest, Ben. I'm easy. I don't mind where I camp. I found a couple of lovely spots recently, which I won't divulge just yet, because I don't know how often they're used. I know that Liz goes there. But yeah, have a look around. There's plenty on the island. I'm a light sleeper, 3 to 4 hours at night. Camping out means I tend to sleep 1 hour tops, but I love listening to the sounds around my tent. Very relaxing. It's like sleep. Yep. Chichester as well. Just missed that one. Andy Nash hit me up for a camp. There you go, Andy. Boom. Can't really ask more than that, can you? We've got a great community here, guys. I'm not just saying it because you're here watching me. The vast majority of the comments I get are positive comments, even when you're taking the piss, and that's what I like. So yeah, thank you.
Right, both of you, which do you prefer, bushcraft or open area wild camp, and why? I think, well, fors and against for both, but I do prefer the bushcraft. Just, a woodland camp doesn't have to be bushcraft, but somewhere you can have a big fire. That's just nicer in the winter. But in the summer, you got mozzies around, so the summer is better to have wide open spaces and nice views. So,
I've got to say, there is nothing better than waking up in the mountains or big hills and you get them views. It is absolutely stunning. But I love my woods. Love my woods.
Yeah. I think the woods is better for your mental health, because it's sort of big open areas are sort of quite agoraphobic, and in a woodland you kind of feel safer and surrounded. I think it's just sort of a evolution thing.
Vesper Tim. Sorry, go on.
That's right. No, even though the views are very, very pretty, but obviously you're more exposed to weather. You're more exposed to the cold. So yeah, a woodland. Woodland, you've got a bit of a microclimate as well in the winter. It's always a couple of degrees warmer than it is outside the woodland. So
Anywhere I get to take spam head is a good thing. If you're on a hill, you can use rabbit droppings, or in the woods, you can just break up bits of
twig.
More people need to do spam head in their vids as well.
Yeah.
Vesper Tim, I'm preparing for my first wild camp by pissing in a bottle while in bed The wife hates it. It's even better if you leave it on her side of the bed with the lid off. Have you seen a floating backpack? Ethan, go to bed. You got school in the morning. Don't make me come up there.
Yeah, I did see that floating backpack, but I think the amount of weight it weighs, it's kind of pointless.
You can hug a smaller tree or between two logs. We're still talking about crap. Thank you, Steve. Spoken like a real pro. At South Coast Outdoors, how do I contact you? I'll let him deal with that. James the Angling Pirate is where I was at, and I've just skipped through a load.
That's right.
Andy, I'm only in Haven't. Also just started with the wild camping. Get some on Facebook wild camping pages, lots of helping people as well. Craig Webster, thought in the mountains you'd put down a cling film. We're back to shitting in tents again.
Yeah. I'm not. I go along with that if you're in a snow hole or it's snowing outside, or crap on some cling film and wrap it up. But other than that, nah, thank you. I don't want to be in the same room as that. Have you ever camped in Wales? Loads.
Yeah, loads and loads and loads.
Loads and loads. Yeah, that's where I did me mountain leader training and all that stuff, and I'd take kids to the Black Mountains and Pennyvan and all that malarkey. But I did a lot of training in Snowdonia and the Lake District as well. And
I was based in Chepstow for a year as a boy soldier, so yeah, Senny Bridge, Black Mountains, all that lot. I've spent loads of time there. Pyroclastic, bought a P tube off Yamson, holds over a litre. Good bit of kit, handy to keep in your car for traffic jams. Hot water bottle, I've said it loads and loads and loads. It's got a lip so you don't spill as much. A firm seal on it. You can sling it in your DOS bag after and keep your feet warm.
Yep.
Jinx Woodland, wood next to sea is pretty cool. I agree with you, Itchy. You've seen some of my camps. I know you go down there as well. Yeah, brilliant place. Yeah. Less wind in the woods, wind from air, not for your butt. From your butt even. Remember the hammer in the tree? That's my boy talking about when we were going through the woodland and little muppets had destroyed it and left their hammers and stuff. Real brand, I feel confined in trees, so open areas for me. You've got Dartmoor on your doorstep, mate. I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. A good woodland camp, you can't beat it. You don't often have a campfire, do you?
No, that's true.
I love being on the moors. Then again, they do surround me. I spend a lot of time walking up there on moorland, hid behind a dry wall to get away from the woods. Woods are good too. I really can't talk tonight. Nothing new there. Have you even podged a pigeon, pheasy, rabbit with the catties? I've not seen any yet. I have taken a few, yes, but I don't generally put the kill shots and stuff up on the what do you call it, channel. Yeah. What about you, Bruce?
With a catapult, I've taken a pheasant before with a catapult, but yeah, they're quite easy. The best time to go for pheasants is dusk, if it's like drizzle, because they won't want to move, because they'll all be roosting up in the trees, but they won't want to move, and you can pretty much walk right up to them and just twat them. So it's pretty good. But other than that, I'll pick up roadkill. I don't care. Especially actually this time of year is when deer are the most active during dusk. So when rush hour and dusk overlap, that's when you're going to start getting loads of deer at the side of the road. So now the hour's gone back. It now gets dark about 5. So good times. Just keep your eyes out and your boot empty.
So you've got Paul just going out to chill. I thought I was mental. Nice to have people like you guys. Makes my day, mate. We're all in the same boat here.
Mm-hmm.
Hot water bottle, good call. I'm at the bottom. Good.
Yeah.
I'm half blind. I can only see half the words. Thanks for all the help. I look forward to watching your future endeavours. Take care. All the best, guys. Thank you, Jesus Christa. Nobby, I would like to do the coast to coast as you did. Did you enjoy the experience? Would you recommend doing it? In a heartbeat. All I will say is spend money on boots and a rucksack. Yeah, it would have been so much easier. I've said it time and time again. Decent pair of boots, decent rucksack. 10 days is very doable. 14 days would be a lot more enjoyable. Get it done. You only live once. What do you reckon, Bruce?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, yeah, if you're putting time constraints on it, if you put a time on it, say 14 days, then if you find a particularly nice spot, you can just think, well, sod it, I'm going to have a rest day and just hang around the village and go in the pub and have a nice meal and have a little relax. But if what did you do? In 9 days, was it?
10.
10. Yeah, but yeah, and you were beasting it, and your feet showed it. But 14 days is a bit more enjoyable. Or if you can afford to do longer, do longer. It doesn't, because it's one of those things. It's a once in a lifetime thing, so it's worth putting the time and the effort into it, and not limit yourself.
And if you're not too comfortable, they do the shuttle services where they take most of your kit to wherever you're going to stay, or you can wild camp like I did. It's definitely worth a crack, mate. Just pick your time of year right. Make sure you pick your kit right. I made the mistake, pardon me, I carried all of my food with me from start to finish. Resupply halfway, resupply every couple of days, whatever. Eat in pubs. I started off with about a 25 kilogram rucksack, and to be honest, that was bloody nuts. I finished with a 14.5 kilo rucksack, and that was too heavy. So, yeah. Good night, Ethan. That's me boy. My wife wants to join me camping. How can I convince her it's a crap idea?
I heard it was easy to catch pheasants with raisins soaked in brandy. Yeah, that's Johnny, the champion of the world. That's they were putting painkillers inside raisins, weren't they? An old book I used to read at school. I don't think it works. What boots are people using? I've got quite wide feet, so I like Scarpa. So I've got some Scarpa, which are thicker soles, so they're quite good for walking up mountains. And I've got some softer soled ones, which are just for flat walking. But for mountains, you'd really need a thicker sole with less bend in it, because then you can dig your toes in.
I've got a really narrow wallet, so I don't have Scarpa.
Yeah.
I will be though. They're my next boot, Scarpa.
Yeah, my nice pair I got were from Go Outdoors on a special for 99 quid, which is really good, for what they are. But also the military use them. Sometimes they'll turn up on in like army surplus and stuff, because they do army training and stuff. They don't, you can pick up all sorts of gear from surplus shops. So
Pick Freaks or Freak UK, Aldo Wedgehead. That's aimed at me. What next bit of DIY budget kit are you planning? I'm just titivating my DIY hobo stove, and I'm saving a fortune by doing my own boil in the bag meals. Nothing planned. If it comes to me, I'll try and knock it up, mate, if there's a cheaper way of doing it. Bruce, anything?
Cheap budget kit. I was actually looking at making a stove, hang on a second, I'll show you my thoughts. I'll back in a second.
I'll carry on down here then. Solomon boots from Decathlon, 90 quid, like carpet slippers. I like the sound of that, itchy. I might go and have a look at that. Where are we? That skipped up. Reeler brand. I tried that when I was a kid. No idea if the pheasants got pissed, but I did.
I'm back.
Understand a very divisive subject. I get pheasants and duck on Marsh's taste. Not divisive, mate. If as long as you sticking by the law. There's nothing wrong with it. Go on, Bruce. What was your invention?
Right. So, well, not really an invention. So, fancy feast stove. Yeah. Hang on. So I'll just have to flick to that. Right. So, a fancy feast stove. So you got a tuna can. Hang on. Where's the camera on? So, a normal tuna can. Yeah, there's the middle there. Okay. And then this is a sweet corn can from Jolly Green Giant, whatever it is. But what I'm thinking is make it. God, really, really, everything's reversed. Make a hole in here like a penny stove, and then drill holes around here, so you can pour your meths in, and then put a penny on top of it. So that's your pot stand, and then have like a fancy feast stove like that. So pack all this with loft lagging, so this won't just pull out. Have it properly rammed in there. You have to put some holes in here holes around here as well to let the mess out, and then that should go like a burner around there and around there. So whether that'd work, what do you reckon?
Give it a crack. I just think it'd be a bit too juicy, but I don't really know diddly squat.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking like for bigger pots, because because that's a decent size, isn't it? The tuna can, a decent size, isn't it?
Give it a crack. What you got to lose, mate?
Exactly. Yeah, but that was the idea. But they knit that they just sit together really well. That kind of locks in. It's because it sits into the grooves in the bottom, so it just sits quite nicely. So
wouldn't it just be easier to have just a bigger fancy feast?
Yeah, well then you just turn that over and do it that way, don't you? But I've just wondered if it was possible to do it that way.
Yeah, mate. Only one way to find out, isn't there? You could be on something.
Yeah, don't know. But if it don't work, I can just turn it around the other way, can't I? And crack on like that. So,
evening, Bodgecrafter. I've got a pair of Adidas Terex GTX. They are fab. Outbergs are my go-to boots. Love them.
Oh, Bodgecrafter, Chris. Hiya. How's Chris?
100% waterproof hunting boots. Solid-neck Decathlon, $34.99. Yep, I'll have a look.
Yep.
I love cheap budging kit. I'm a bargain hunter. Same here.
Yeah, I like the cheap kit, but it really, when you sort of, it's my job, isn't it? So by having cheap nasty stuff, it just doesn't last that long. So it's always a trade-off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hakes Army surplus boots are the bomb for around 60 quid. Pyroclastic, thanks for DIY stovies, Nobby. Gonna give it a go because jet balls are definitely taking the fish. Definitely do the fancy feast. My go-to stove. I'm need to make another glass. Me other one. I love it.
Yeah, I've lost one of mine as well because I was going to use it the other day.
Bodgecraft Chris agrees. So easy to make. What bags do you use for boiling the bag and where do you get them? That'll be for someone that does that.
So you can actually buy if you got vacuum packers, you can buy a vacuum packer on Amazon for about 30 quid, and then you just buy the foil bags so they don't. You can buy normal transparent vacuum bags, but they get affected by UV light, so you're better off to get the silver ones, and they're like, I don't know, £1 each or something, and then you just get a tin of chili con carne, bung it in there, vacuum pack it. That's all you do, or you dehydrate it, and then pour your hot water straight in it. But it's all doable.
Or get a sandwich bag and put a couple of mug shots in there.
Exactly, yeah. It just depends sort of how much time you've got and how fussy your eater it is. Because if I'm hiking, I'll eat anything. I'm really not fussy. If I'm hungry, I'm just going to get calories in me. I don't give a monkeys what it is. But some people are really fussy with ration packs and dehydrated meals, but to be honest, I don't really care.
Got Jinx there. Love DIY kit. Could you do more videos on this? Yeah, I mean, it is something I enjoyed doing, but I only ever make it when the need comes up to make it, unless it was locked down and I was larruped and I thought I'd do that. Wood burning stove, which was an abomination, but you get the idea.
Yeah, it's a really strange one. Like I made that massive gasifying stove, which I thought would do really really well, and it's done pants on views. But the amount of work that was, it was about 3 days' work just to make a. It was out of a gas cylinder, wasn't it? About 3 days' work, and it got about 500 views. So, sort of, I was a bit deflated after doing all that. Yeah,
Morio Kitsune. Oh, sorry, go on.
That's right. No, Audi vacuum cleaner for 20 quid with the roll bags included. Yeah. Yeah, they're good.
You're getting it before I am. I'm getting a dehydrator for Crimbo, so really looking forward to making batches of chili and curries instead of spending £6 on a meal. JRP Outdoors has just done a video on his one he does, so yeah, go over and have a look. I thought about it, but it just looks like a faff to me, and I'm a lazy bastard.
Yeah, the dehydrators are good because they haven't got as much. Sorry, just allowing a comment from Liz. The dehydrators are good because they haven't got all the additives and preservatives and all that rubbish in there. They're just, whatever you want. And they're quite good for trail mix if you want to like dehydrate bananas and figs and all that sort of stuff. So I've got a fig tree in my back garden, so I end up with like tons of figs, and they just go off so quick. So
I love figs.
Yeah, so do I.
Make a fig mead out of them. Liz, start off by making a couple of the old penny stoves and stuff like that. They're so easy because I am a ham-fisted spadoofer, as it's well documented, and I get by making kit all the time. And I scare myself when I pull a knife or anything out, a drill. I make guitars, I make everything, and they work, surprisingly.
Yeah, the penny stove is the one to look at. And I was watching a video, and there was a guy who's gone through every single blooming possible way of doing a penny stove and how many holes you drill in it and what size of the holes. And he's got about 30 videos till he found the absolute premium one. It's mental. So.
It's going to cook your food at the end of the day. I say my kids make them with me, and yeah, they're worse than me. I hope he's gone to bed now. Yeah, just started making my own mead. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, the other thing with dehydrators as well, really good for jerky. So just rub it in a load of spices and bung your meat in there and dry it out. Num, 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 num.
Jinx has just started to make my mead. Looking forward to trying it. Mate, you'll be surprised. Yeah, don't let it go for too long because it gets a bit yeasty otherwise, and decant it a few times. Chilled, the white stuff is brilliant, and the fruit stuff was awesome. I also made some that tasted just like sherry. I used what do you use for that? Ice cream topping. But it's the easiest stuff in the world to make, and it tastes good.
Yeah, I racked off my wine today because I got a load of grapes off me grapevine.
How's it looking?
It's looking all right, actually. It don't even taste that bad.
You should never sound surprised at that.
Yeah, no, I'm well surprised. But I've just got to let it settle now, and then I can rack it off properly and bottle it. But yeah, it's pretty good. But if you look on my Instagram, you can see how many grapes I got, and the amount of grapes I got, I picked them a bit late, so half of them I threw. I'd already thrown half of them away when you look at the picture. There's just tons of them this year, so I reckon we're going to have a really hard winter.
Andy Nash. Depending on what tent you got from eBay for 20 quid, really wouldn't have a clue. If you're looking at a proper budget tent for 20 quid, I've forgotten the bleeding name of it now. What's that one I bought from Decathlon? Arpanez one, is it? I don't know. There's a bid on it. Budget wild camping. It's a decent tent for 20 quid, is all I'm saying. So much better than the Tesco festival tents you get for the similar sort of price. This thing will do a job. No frills, but I was impressed with it when I used it. My kids have used it loads in the garden and all. As Mark says, stick it up in the garden and see if it lasts a storm. There you go. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah. Or put it up in the garden and spray it with a hose. Put some kitchen roll on the floor, and you'll see if the water comes through the floor as well, because that can happen on cheap tents.
Paul's asking tent or tarp to you guys.
I'm really liking that a Trixie. Is it a Trixie?
A Rixie.
A Rixie tarp. I really like that.
It does the job, doesn't it? I was proper surprised. The price.
Yeah, for something that for 25 quid, something that packs down that small, it's amazing. But
I much prefer tarps to tents.
Yeah, yeah. I just did a 3-nighter, and I had 2 nights in my Wild Country Zephos 2, which is a 2-man tent. But because we were putting down on soaking wet ground, the condensation in it was biblical. Every time I got up in the morning, it was absolutely slashing it down. So there weren't a bit of that tent that stayed dry. So on the last night of camping, I was carrying that tarp as well as like a backup. And it was a nice warm night. It wasn't hammering down. It was a bit windy. But I just sat it down with the back into the wind. It was brilliant. And weighs nothing. So.
It is, yeah, brilliant bit of kit.
And I was thinking if you could get 2 of them and put them nose to nose on one pole, if you get what I mean. So you've got a big place to cook and store all your gear. I think that'd be amazing. We could make a 2-man tent out of it, couldn't you?
Yeah. Vesper Tim just got a French Army tent. Do you rate them? I'll tell you what, for space, they're not even that heavy. Depending on what one you went for, whether you got the cotton one or the ripstop nylon one. If you got the cotton one, you may need to waterproof it a bit or leave it out. But yeah, I do rate mine. Really do rate mine. Don't know if you've seen them at all.
F1 tents, yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're nice. I've not got one.
I took mine up Dartmoor it was howling with the missus in it. That's when she showed me she could clap with her arse, which was quite amazing. Once again, check out a video.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing is, be careful with an F1 tent on a campsite because someone will trip over it because you can't see the bloody things in the dark.
Trouble with mead, it always makes me want to hang around Abby's Gregorian Charanin.
I'm not a fan of mead. I'm really not a fan of mead. I don't like honey.
It don't taste like honey if you do it right.
Yeah.
Liz Morey's off. Good to see you, Liz. Thanks for popping by, mate. And I'm going to take you up on a bit of flint napping, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Where are we now? Andy Nash, thank you so much for all your tips and advice. Can't wait to see you for. He's off. Have a good one, Andy. Mate, seriously, the community will always help you out. If you have any questions on numerous channels, just ask. You know, they're a good bunch around here.
Yeah.
Not Bruce is a bell end.
No, it's true.
He'll still answer.
Yeah, I'll still. Yeah, so yeah, look us up on Facebook, Instagram, all that sort of stuff. Because you can't message on YouTube anymore as easily as you used to be able to. Private message. So, but even put a question in the comments, we'll get back to you.
Definitely. Vesper Tim's seen my wife clapping her ass. Yeah, it was most impressive. 20 years I've been with her, and it's the first time I've seen it.
She's been practicing with you, not about.
Keith's off. Have a good night, Keith.
See you, Keith.
Is there anything anyone wants to talk about? Any news, any subjects? Because I think this camp's done and done now, Bruce, isn't it? We'll have a re-scout in a week or two over the comments. If people are still about, leave comments about what you want us to do, like it, share it, all that shizzle me nizzle.
Yeah, I think once this goes stops being live, you can't read the comments anyway, can you?
Yeah, you can.
Can you? All right, cool.
Yeah. Afterwards, you get the live chat. How come you know like I know what I'm talking about?
I've never bothered watching any of mine back. Yeah. So before you leave, guys, make sure you click the thumbs up, or the thumbs down. It's still a view, isn't it? We don't care.
We'll get 10 minutes more. Any channels that anyone wants to shout out? JRP Outdoors, go have a look at him. Top lad. Thank you very much, Pyroclastic. I can't believe I've said that right all night. British Army.
Yeah,
South
cheap
Coast
bivvy.
Outdoors.
Yeah, get an army bivvy. So I've bought a few bivvies that say, as soon as they say a lightweight bivvy, all it means is it's smaller. So you can just about get in it with a sleeping bag and breathe. You can't, but with a military bivvy, you can stuff your coat in, so when you get up in the morning, you got a nice warm coat to put on.
The only other one that does work, but you've got to put up with being bright white, is that Tyvek one from AliExpress. There's like a tenner, I think.
Yeah, I found that a bit small.
Oh, I'm not as big as you, am I, chunk?
Probably. Yeah. I just found it
for a cheap bivvy.
Yeah, it didn't. Oh yeah, it's all right for a tenner, but can be a bit sweaty. I had a Trekmates one, which was absolute shit. I might as well wrap myself in cling film. Crap. And the Hunker ones from Alpkit, they're pretty good. Yeah, they're decent. But obviously,
have a good one, Paul. Oh, sorry, mate. Didn't mean to over talk you there.
That's right. No, they're just expensive. So you get a military bivvy bag. That's the best thing.
Simon, a bloke in the woods for fun cooking and stuff. Yeah, he's a good bloke. And yeah. Ben's come in just as we're leaving. Look. Hello, Ben.
Hi,
How
Ben.
did your clean up your mile go? Londoner Outdoors done a thing where he was trying to get people to clean up an area of where they like to spend time. Great idea. Been a great night, both. Such a laugh. Great work by both of you. Not really work, mate. Sitting here drinking, talking to like-minded people, but thank you. And now I've lost everything. Right, there we go. I hate the thought of a bivvy bag. I feel too cramped. Once again, Bodgecrafter. You know the drill's out. Big old army one.
Yep. Carla 195.
Buenas noches, España. I can speak Spanish, but it's mainly swear words.
Yeah. So,
always good to see a different nation in the chat.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, Nedra Ikhuman, whatever. Says Carlisle 195. I'm actually on one of his videos. I did do a camp with him. Really, really nice guy. Yeah, properly good. His videos are so similar though, all the way through, but it's still addictive watching because you know he's going to cook a bacon sandwich. You know he's going to cook a massive great lump of meat, but it's kind of down to what massive bit of meat he's cooking this week, and his little debris village he's making, the way that just changes all the time. Yeah, pretty awesome. But yeah, he's just got the perfect place to live, hasn't he? Lucky sod.
54-inch chest for Pyroclastic. You might. In saying that, if you can get in a sleeping bag, then an army bivvy will still do you most of the time. I think you'd be all right as long as you ain't got 54-inch legs because they taper down. Apparently, the Hunker is pretty good as well, Ben. Yep, I've heard good things about them. I've never tried one.
And for the bigger gentlemen, you can get bivvy bags for carp beds. You know, the big old carp beds where you get the carp bed sleeping bags. They're massive, and then you can get a waterproof carp bed sleeping bag or a bivvy bag to go over it. So that's always another option. And people who have like bad backs and stuff, that they get quite a lot of them go camping out on the carp beds as long as your car's not too far from your campsite.
Don't know when the next live chat is because I didn't know this one was going on until I put it up.
No.
There was one just down there. That's where I saw you, Bruce. Beach sleeping bag versus quilt in a hammock. Quilt all day long with an underquilt. It's so much easier, so much more comfy. Yeah. Haven't really tried them elsewhere.
Hoops bivvies make me feel claustrophobic. Views. Yeah, they are a bit. I think if it had another hoop down by your feet, it would be better. But it's where I've had like puddles, inside them and stuff. But I think the worst thing I've done in a hoop bivvy, I had a sleep mat and was sleeping on it, and then I woke up and I must have rolled over in my sleep, and I had the sleep mat on my face, where it's like popped out from underneath me, so I'm cold, laying on the floor, thinking, "What the bloody hell's going on?" I couldn't reach anything because I was stuck behind this epoxy roll mat.
I personally, I
fun.
cannot see the point in them.
No, I couldn't.
No, you might as well get a small one-man tent. Anywhere where your kit's got to stay outside ain't for me.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
Most people put tarps up over the top of them. Why not just tarp camp? I genuinely do not get it.
Yeah. I think if you had, like the Erixie tarp where you've got that extra, you can put your little walking pole and then put a tether on it, just to lift up that end, would make a big difference in a hoop bivvy. But like you say, all your gear has to stay outside. But I have done a bivvy camp in it, and I've left it open, and there's a little strip of bug net that goes across it. That was amazing because everybody else was getting eaten alive by midges. That was a really good night, considering how I could hear everyone else complaining.
Just buy Ednet for £1.
Yeah.
Buried alive feeling. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I see. For me, I want to go out to enjoy the outdoors. Why would you put yourself in the world's smallest bloody thing to be outdoors? It really does.
Yeah.
Do me in.
Yeah. Yeah. The only, because I go camping with young people. One, it's a bit of privacy, so I can just about get changed in it. So that's one, and two, it's camo, and I don't tell the kids. So we'll have one instructor, all the kids know where they are, and then I'll just sort of walk up the hill a bit and camp down, so I can keep an eye out on both areas. So if I see any torches come on in the night, and then I'll just lay there listening to music with it unzipped, keeping an eye out on camp, and then once they've all calmed down, then I'll zip up and go to sleep. But it's so quiet up there, you can hear them mooching about.
Couple of channel shout outs there. We've got Carry Outdoors, brilliant channel. Swedewoods, another fantastic channel. You're right, mate. Do you think bivvies have their place in certain circumstances? If I was up top of a hill when it was blowing a hoolie, if it was a toss up between a hoop bivvy and my tarp, I would probably jump in the hoop bivvy, yes. But if I set my tarp up right, it's still going to do the job. I'm never going to buy one, I know that.
Yeah. No, not a hoop bivvy, but just a bivvy bag and a tarp. Lovely.
Oh, bivvy bags definitely have a purpose.
Yeah, definitely.
If you can lay down, you can camp.
Yeah, you can. If you're doing debris shelters, perfect. And even if you're camping in the wet for 3 or 4 days, when the inside of your tent is absolutely dripping from condensation, and winter as well, it gives you an extra layer. So it probably adds you another 4 or 5 degrees onto your sleeping bag. But yeah, just so much better. But yeah, and also, if you're going for a hike and you break your ankle or something, you can always get into a bivvy bag, just to keep yourself warm, as a emergency situation,
What sleep mats are you currently using? I've got a cheap and nasty one that I've put a link to on my Isle of Wight coastal path camp, but they sold out as soon as the video went up.
Yeah, I was lucky.
I don't know if they're back again.
Yeah, I've not seen them since. I've got one. They're really good.
They are really good.
I've also got a Exped downlight, which is it's got down in it, so it's more of a winter one. And I've got a Alp Kit cloud mat or something.
Yeah,
cloud base. That's the one. Yeah. Do you like tarp tents and a trekking pole? Fave setup in mind, lightweight, easy, no nonsense. Yeah, I like I've got the Lanshan 1, and I kick myself every time I look at it that I didn't get the Lanshan 2.
Sorry.
because it's the Lanchan one is just too small for me.
Still serves its purposes. A good little tent.
Oh yeah, perfect. If I was doing a hike in the summer, no worries at all.
And if you use that just as like a tarp type tent,
yeah,
without the inner, you're also golden.
yes, yeah, which is probably what I will do. But yeah, because that's the other thing. I need a tent or some sort of cover just for privacy because of being out with kids and stuff. So
We've got a recommendation for Kimbra Bushcraft. I'll have a look at that. Never heard of him. Same as Wild Green Joanna. You watch her, Bruce, didn't you? On Real Brand's suggestion, I believe.
Yeah. It was really brands. Yeah, Wild Green Joanna. Yeah. Yeah, she's out in Romania, so she's got like amazing woodlands.
Just going back to Ben from London Outdoors, what you were saying about the tarp tents. Have a look at that Arixi tarp, Ben. So it's on a couple of my vids, that Isle of Wight Coastal Path one. Have a look on AliExpress. They're cheap as chips, and they really are a good bit of kit, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I'm really impressed with it. But they've brought out a new one, haven't they? There's two models about now. I think there's a pro one that's a new
There's
design.
one with the doors at the front.
No, I think it's just the sides are a little bit longer. I'm not sure. I think it just comes down tight to the ground.
That is the only downside to it, getting in and out of them. But, horses for courses, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ginge 79's off.
Got to take the dog for a shite. No worries. Have fun.
Now, DD 3x3 tarp, you've got acres of room in that. You really can't argue with that, Ben. It's a great bit of kit.
Yeah. So, Ben, why don't they make a 3 metre by 3.5 tarp? I think it was me and you was talking about this the other day, weren't we?
Yeah.
3.5 would be perfect length for a hammock, and the width of a 3 metre is fine over a hammock, but it's just 3 metres is that too short.
My 24-hour adventures, another good channel shout out there. And is that the blue one? No, it's the white one for Itchy Feet, the tarp, if that's what you're talking about. The blue one was the one I got for my bike camping. And yeah, once again, that does the job. I think that's 2.5 by 1.8, the size of the old British Army bivvy. Really lightweight, really small.
Yep.
Probably won't see the light of day because I chuffing hate cycling.
Yeah. You got any more cycle camps? Why wasn't there cycle camp on your list?
Shut up, Bruce.
Cycle camp with a debris shelter, hexy blocks at the top of the hill.
Yeah, there was a reason why I didn't put that in. Basically, if you put bike packing in, there's only one sort of camp you can do, and that's bike packing.
Yeah.
See, Paul, I didn't get that issue with my Lanchan. I've yet to have condensation in it. I think I had it once on the coast to coast, but I just pitched it higher, and I haven't really.
That's it. Yeah, pitch it high. So you want to into the wind. You want to pinch that side down as tight to the ground as you can, and then the other side pitch it high. It's a bit of a faff, but once you get it done, it's good.
Yeah, go over, check Red Brand Gourmet.
Adam T Outdoors, great channel.
And who wrote that?
Red Rambles. My channel is crap, full of bad phone vids and stuff like that. Never intended for YouTube.
I'll tell you what, mate. Look, everyone starts somewhere. I'm still very, very, very amateurish in the way I film, proper gonzo style. The only thing I will say is if you can cut the wind noise out, do that. And if you can use a tripod stroke selfie stick, do that. Straight away there, you've improved your videos no end.
Yeah, and pan like you're carrying a cup of hot coffee.
Naked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pan nice and slowly instead of just going that way, way.
Another shout out for JRP Outdoors. He is a top
Yeah,
bloke. It's a shame to be calling it now with yeah, still got 60 odd people watching, but
yeah,
if it goes on too long, it's a bleeding nightmare. So,
yeah.
people, thank you very, very, very much for stopping by. Thank you very much for absolutely shafting us on this camp. Bruce, you know you're doing it, don't
What's that? I'm doing what?
you? What this stream was about.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Okay, if you want. Yeah, all right. Yeah, hopefully we're going to get some time off work and I'll have some time to do it. So that'd be good. I'll be up for it.
Middle-aged gamer says he likes my vids because they look amateur as shit, basically.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, mate. I'm paraphrasing, but
Yeah.
yeah, and they're going to stay that way. To be honest with you, the quality will be better rambling bollocks. But how do you deal with condensation and try to keep dry? Bivy bag and maybe a little microfiber towel for the morning.
Yeah, microfiber towel inside your tent before you pack it away. A bivy bag definitely, and don't put your head inside your bivy bag because you breathe in about a pint of water in there.
Yeah,
and it'll make your sleeping bag.
the further your face is away from the top of the tent, the better.
Yeah.
Which is fine for London outdoors. Little Ben, because he can lay in the middle of his tent, can't you, little Ben? I haven't done that for ages. He's only an inch shorter than me.
Yeah. I've also said, some people said that hanging a candle, you know, the little, what they UXO, UCO candles, they're pretty
Still got to
good
be a
to
bit
hang up.
careful with them, you know, mate.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got a little tiny one that takes tea lights, and that doubles as citronella candles to keep bugs away, and it'll supposed to keep you a few degrees up to stop it condensating up. So there you
go. Oh, couldn't resist.
In your shoes and heels.
Ladies and gents, thank you once again for dropping by. Here endeth the bollocks.